Excuse us, we're of the Special Support Section. Oh, the ladies and gentlemen of the SSS. Thanks for coming after what happened yesterday. Thank you, everyone. Chief, what exactly happened? It seems there's been developments in yesterday's case. Yes, it seems the situation is more serious than I thought. I'd like to discuss the request immediately, do you mind? No, please fill us in. You said the situation has changed since yesterday. Yes, that's right. Yesterday evening when I went to Derrick, who's staying at the inn, and tried to persuade him once again. I pointed out to him the suspicious points of Minneth and asked him to stop associating with him. You gave it to him straight then. Yes, but in the end Derrick wouldn't listen. Maybe you should use reverse psychology. Instead I learned something new. I hurried to Harold's place to discuss the matter with him. Something new? Do you figure out what Minneth is up to? I was surprised too once I heard about it. It seems that Minneth has penetrated the village even further than we thought. What do you mean exactly? He's trying to win the favor of all the residents other than the chief. We knew that Minneth had gained the trust of the villagers yesterday, but... Actually, that Minneth is... after not just the private property, but the deeds of all the fields and plots in the village. All the deeds? If that's how it is, it's quite concerning indeed. Just how did Minneth manage to get his hands on such important things? Well, based on what I heard, he called it the Lotus Fields Expansion Project. But collecting the villagers' fields little by little, he'll expand the Lotus Fields and harvest them more efficiently. Finally, Quincy Company will take over management of the fields so that it won't be so difficult to tend and harvest them. Based on what we heard yesterday, we already knew all that. At first glance, it seemed like a fine idea. Yeah, too good to be true. And regarding those deeds, if he abuses them, then you won't be able to recover. Yeah, suspicion continues to surround Minneth. If it was just a private property, then even in the worst case there wouldn't be much financial harm, but... with him using plots throughout the village, the consequences are unpredictable. I see, you could say there's no way to escape the agreement. And so I figured we could ask for you for help exposing his true colors. Can we count on the police to help us with this even though he isn't a suspect? No, from the start we aren't bound by police rules. Minneth is only a little suspicious. Allow us to respectfully investigate him. Sorry, you all are always helping us. Then should we start investigating? We don't have any clues at the moment, to be perfectly honest. We don't have anything that could be called a motive. That's true. In that case, why don't you try asking Mr. Grimwood for help with this? Mr. Grimwood? Yes, right now all we know is that Minneth is suspicious. If you explain the situation to Mr. Grimwood, he might be able to detect some hint of crime in Minneth's actions. I see, that's not a bad idea. If it gets us even a little closer to what Minneth is trying to do, it could be a good starting point for the investigation. But Mr. Grimwood is very busy right now with the Declaration of Independence and everything. It's possible that he won't see you. Well, let's go to his law office anyway. Maybe Pete can help us. We'll think about what to do next if he really is out. Yeah, let's pay him a visit. We'll leave it to you then. I'll see if my business partners have heard any rumors about Quincy Company or Minneth. That would be great, thank you. I'm terribly sorry, you're the only ones who can help. I'm at a loss, unable to do anything. Don't worry about it, we'll take care of this. Just wait here for us, Chief. And pray to the gods for some good news. Alright, thank you. Seems the village chief worries too much. But it is his son, so I suppose that's only natural, but... worrying too much is bad for your health. For now, he's gotta calm down. I am pathetic and unable to do anything for Derrick, even though I am the village chief and his father. Please, I beg of you. Please expose the true identity of the man called Minneth. Oh, there's honey this time of year. Burp. Sweet and yummy. Burp. So he should be at West Street. Oh? Mr. Grimwood. Thank goodness, so you are in the office today. Yes, I'm taking a break just now, but... do you need some consultation on something? So you already know. You're quite sharp, Mr. Grimwood. If it's the face of someone for requests, I've seen thousands of them already. Have a seat there. I'm busy too, but I'll hear you out. Excuse us, and thank you. Letting the others explain Minneth's profile they had learned the previous day as well as his actions. They also mentioned the confirmation that Minneth was collecting Armorica land deeds they obtained earlier that day. I see, I understand the general situation. Ordinarily, I would have liked to take a case like this one, but As I'm sure you are aware, I have important constitution drafting work to handle right now. I'm sorry, but it doesn't look like I can spare the time to look into this. Too bad, it can't be helped. Even if you could give us some advice, it would be a great help. Sorry, I'll give you whatever advice I can right now. Thank you very much. So what do you think? With Minneth's actions up to the present, can you sense any sign of a crime behind them? I do have one idea. Whoa, seriously? Yes, a friend in the Empire once told me about a very similar case of his, although I can't say the circumstances are exactly the same. Right now, we're just looking for anything that would make a good starting point in our investigation. The idea, will you tell us about it? Very well, it's none other than you all who was asking, after all. Then... Several years ago, a single man visited the house of a certain Erebonian baron. The man's name was Littner. He called himself a master businessman working for a certain brewing company. To the baron, Littner presented a certain way to make it big fast. The great barley fields that had been passed down the baron's family for generations, they would be used to expand his company's business. A brewery would be constructed in the baron's territory, and management thereof left to his family. That was the general idea. That sounds like... the more I hear, the more similar it sounds to our case. Accepting the deal, the baron signed on to Littner's contract. Then, under the pretext of management and the brewery construction, some of the land was temporarily transferred to Littner. Also, some of the baron's fortune was converted into stock in preparation for starting the business. But then, Littner took the deeds and fortune and disappeared. What? Having suddenly lost contact with Littner, the baron's people were flustered. It was then the baron realized the gravity of the situation. The strangest thing happened. Littner sold the deeds to a third party, as prime real estate for building villas. In the end, the baron was left only with an enormous debt. Before long, he ended up losing his entire territory. Having lost his territory, he was stripped of his rank. No one knows what happened to him after that. He might have become a sky pirate. Wow, I can't believe it. Yes, the Kapuas. He just went up and sold someone else's property. That's too cruel. That case was the first that came to mind, based on what you told me. Lie and gain their trust, and at the very end, make it off with a huge fortune. It is said to be a technique for committing fraud. Fraud? In other words, Minneth isn't an employee of the Quincy Company. You're saying it's possible he's just a fraudster? Yes, though not definite, I would say it's likely. There are a large number of points similar to that case you mentioned. I think it's best to investigate this incident as a case of fraud. In that case, what kinds of things should we be looking at? Oh yes, there are two main things that are suspicious about Minneth. Firstly, that plan of his. We need to look into where Armorica Honey Company really exists. We might be able to find that out by following the mirror. To start a business in Crossbell, you need to get a loan at the IBC. If his plan is a lie, maybe there will be evidence of that at the IBC. And the other point, of course, is where Minneth really is an employee of Quincy. Quincy is headquartered out of state, so it'll be hard to look into that. It might not be too useful, but there might be a reference regarding that in my home. A reference? There's a Quincy Company pamphlet there, you see. It details the general outline of their company. There might be something we can use in there. A Quincy Company pamphlet. Is there anything you don't have, Well, yes, well, you see, I like making candy, but a while back I had an intense interest in the Quincy Company, and so I ordered one of their pamphlets. It should be on the shelf in my room in my parents' home. No, I suppose it's no good. There's no way such a pamphlet would have what we're looking for. Well, it's possible that there's something there. That pamphlet is official Quincy Company material. You might find something in there that contradicts what Minneth has said. Don't you think it would be good to check it out just in case? You're right. For now, let's head for Ellie's house. You've given us valuable advice, Mr. Grimwood. Thanks to you, our investigation plan is set. I'm just glad I was able to be of some use. If I recall, you're using Harold's house as your base for your investigation. Yes, that's right, but regarding this case, I think I've helped you as much as time will permit. I am a busy man. I'm afraid I can help you no further. No, don't mention it, and thank you very much. It's good to rely on the help of a professional once in a while. I'll return up every now and then. Good luck with your investigation. Sure, thank you very much. Alright, shall we get started? We need to look into IBC financing to see if we can find anything about Minneth's plan. And we'll have to go to McDowell residence, review the Quincy materials, and try to find where it differs from what Minneth has said. Those are the 2 points we need to investigate. Roger, we'll uncover the evidence no matter what it takes. Mr. Grimwood is going to be extremely busy drafting a constitution. For that reason, I can't overlook an incident like this. Please allow me to help you as much as I can. Helped as much regarding this incident, I've helped you as much as my schedule will allow. I'll turn up every now and then. Good luck with your investigation. Okay. You free. Looking at Reggie like this, it's clear to me he's a skilled orbital car driver. His dad's not an employee of Verne Co.'s orbital car development division for nothing. Hey, if you can handle an orbital car this well, you've truly made it your own. Reggie, you handle driving next time too, okay? Hey, leave it to me. Man, flooring it on the highway is the best. Hey, unlike in the city, there aren't too many obstacles out there. I'm looking forward to next time, Reggie. Okay, which room do we search first? Should stop by and say hi to the maid. I want to prepare a meal that will give the master energy, as he's been working hard lately. But just what should I make, I wonder? That's right, how about a lamb? It's high in protein, low in calories, and tastes good. I'm sure you'll love it. That's a good idea. You're so smart, milady. To be praised even for something like this. I'm on a diet and not eating much, but meat might be good. I just need to go shopping at the department store. Lamb, huh? Maybe cook it with acerbic tomatoes? The state independence proposal has affected a lot of things. It seems that Master is busy dealing with those. He's meeting with Mayor Dieter at Orcus Tower today. I do wish he'd watch out for his health. I wonder if I should stop by Orcus Tower just in case there's something there. Let's see. Ah, here it is. This is the Quincy Company pamphlet. Wow, it's even bound. It looks very well made. They're a large company, so they're able to put that much more into it. I think we can trust whatever's written inside. I'm glad to hear it. Alright, for now let's read through it, shall we? Our company stands alone in the confectionery business, working day and night, searching for the next product. For this pamphlet, we would like to introduce you to a small part of our company. Regarding confectionaries, the most important thing is where it's tasty. Our company is run on this single point. For this reason, we make no compromises on quality. Our factories are outfitted with the latest equipment. Though hygiene is of course our primary concern, we have an obsession of quality ingredients and the places they come from. Furthermore, we have strict standards for product development. Our employees themselves sample developmental products and impartially judge whether they are worthy of sale. It is only after many planning meetings that products finally enter our manufacturing lines. In order to bring you only confectionaries you'll surely love, this tradition has been passed down since our company's founding. So there's a long process, huh? The present Quincy Company exists to continually bring you the best in quality confectionaries. A bit of a... yeah, things are moving way too fast in that village. I just skimmed it, but it doesn't seem like there's anything important here. Do you find a contradiction between this and Minneth's statements? I thought this might not be too useful for us. Wait, I found something. Really? We can always count on you, can't we? So what is it? Thinking about what Minneth told us yesterday at the hotel, his answers weren't all that complicated. It was just a few words, but what he said, it contradicts what's written here. And it's enough to prove Minneth isn't an employee of Quincy Company. You got that much from this? Well, yes, you see. Wait, keep quiet about that for now. Huh? What? Huh? What's wrong? It's shocking that only you would have the answer. In that case, why not save it for when we trust it at Minneth? Hey, I'm not messing around here. No, it says what he said. It's possible your answer is wrong, Lloyd, so it's dangerous to pull our thoughts here. It's also shocking that you always manage to steal the show, Lloyd. Well, he did go to police school. The last one seems like how she really feels. Alright, for now, everyone think about what we've learned. I'll write down the main points of this material in my detective notebook. All that's left is IBC. Let's head there and investigate. Yes, roger. It's more like they don't want to tell the answer to the player immediately. No. But doesn't like sweets, so that's one thing. So how do he ascertain the quality of all this? Employees themselves sample development products. So, would you really be a good judge of the product if you don't like sweets? Seriously, that guy... That guy, why did he even bother pretending to be a Quincy if he doesn't like sweets? That's already a red flag. Seriously. At the very least, you'd be better off finding a partner in crime who likes sweets to help you with this. You can come up with the planning stages and he'll execute it, pretend to be the judge of sweets and all that. That would be the smart thing to do. Oh, the special support section. What can I do for you today? Yes, actually, we'd like to cooperate with IBC on the investigation we're conducting. Lanfei, can you do an IBC account search for us? We want to investigate mirror transfers related to a certain account. An account, you say? Well, if relation to any incident is confirmed, I can get permission, but... That's right, first, can you tell me the details of your situation? I understand, you see. We'll explain the details of the suspected fraud case. I see, so that's the situation. Will that be enough to get permission to search the accounts? This is important for IBC too. If an IBC account was used for fraud, it damaged your bank's reputation. Indeed, that does seem related to an incident. I have permission to tell you what I see on my terminal screen. Yes, I'll be fine. Please go ahead. Understood, then. Account name Mr. Minneth. Quincy Company subsidiary. Armorica Honey Company. I found it. The account has indeed been opened. Huh? What's wrong? Is there some kind of problem? It's not like I can give you the balance, but the Armorica Honey Company has a bare minimum of mirror on deposit. In other words, he hastily made that account just for the sake of a cover story. That means... Yes, of course, accounts intended for corporate use require a certain amount of capital to be opened, but only that minimum level of mirror is present. In other words, only tens of thousands of mirror are on deposit. It must be for the candy factory construction and field management. That amount of mirror isn't sufficient for such activities. I think we can conclude that. Even though he's already taken custody of the land deeds and made various deals, the balance hasn't changed. It's quite unnatural. It's almost as if he prepared the account solely to gain Derrick's trust. I see, that's clearly contradictory. Yeah, I think we got some good evidence here. Thank you for your cooperation, Lanfei. No, it was our pleasure to serve you. If I can assist you in the future, please do not hesitate to stop by. We'll do just that. Alright, with this, we've collected material on each of Minneth's suspicious points. For now, let's return to Harold's house. Yes, sir. Oh, they're all here. Even Ian Grimwood is here. Oh, it's you all. It seems you returned. Mr. Grimwood, you came. You're here too, Harold. Yes, I just finished asking my business partners about the current matter. How are things on your end? Thanks to Mr. Grimwood, we were able to find out a few things. Do you find something too, Harold? Yes, in the manner of speaking. Although I don't know what it means. Well, you went to the trouble of getting it. It doesn't matter what it is. Let's hear it. Yes, please. The information may be connected to the current situation. I suppose you're right. Not having any idea about the name Minneth, I tried asking my trading partners. When I did, it seems Minneth has been studying a certain thing ever since he came to Crossbell. A certain thing, you say? Yes, and that is the price of land in various places throughout our state. Well, the price of land. So Minneth is looking more like a real estate agent. But why would he need to look into something like that? This might be crucial evidence as to Minneth's objective. Really? Yes, that makes sense actually. I found out something that may be useful as well. Huh? Harold, Chief Tola, will you help me find something in my office? Mr. Grimwood, I don't particularly mind, but is it that important? Well, I don't think we'll be able to prove anything, but I think we can think of it as insurance for pinning down Minneth. Well, I don't really get it, but... Well, I don't know if we'll be able in time, so try not to get your hopes up. More importantly, Special Support Section, you'd best hurry to Armorica. If Minneth really is a crook, then his plan may be advancing to its final stage. However, if it's you guys, I'm sure you'll be able to do something with the evidence you have on hand. In other words, you're gonna swoop in at the last second to bail us out. Got it. Alright, understood. He's gonna bring in whatever weird evidence he has lying around. Alright then, everyone, let's hurry to Armorica. We'll expose Minneth's true colors and stop him from making any more deals. Yeah, let's go. Seems the village chief worries too much. Okay, you already said that. What the heck? Now that we found what Mr. Grimwood was looking for, let's head for the village. You all, please take care of Derrick. I'll be taking the chief and yours back to Armorica in my car later. Everyone, please be careful. The evidence I'm looking for will be insurance for after you've tracked down Minneth. Anyway, you all should hurry to Armorica. Minneth really is a crook, then his plan may be advancing to its final stage. However, I'm sure you guys will get by with the evidence you already have. I wish you good luck. Oh boy. Let's see, maybe we'll have to fight Minneth in a boss battle, huh? Get him! Now! Damn, did he already finish the deal? Oh, you guys are the special support section. Derrick, Minneth, can I ask what kind of deal you two are conducting today? My father put you up to this again, did he? Well, why not, Derrick? Our plan will begin very soon, after all. What do you mean by that? Just now, I concluded my final deal with Derrick. It's decided that work will start on the expansion of the lotus fields I borrowed from everyone in the village. Then my Quincy company will take over their management. What? So you basically hand over almost all the village's agriculture to this one guy. Derrick, are you really okay with this? What do you mean? In the end, I'm just transferring management of the fields to him. Yes, of course. With my company harvesting honey, we'll be able to operate the confectionery business efficiently. For that to happen, it's most efficient to temporarily transfer the rights to my company. Crap, this guy's cunning. It seems the plan has entered its final stage. If that's the case, then... farewell, Derrick. I'll be delivering this contract to the main office. I think I'll have some good news for you tomorrow, so please look forward to it. Alright, I'll be waiting. Lloyd! Yeah, we can't let him get away. Minneth, before that, we have a few more questions for you. Oh? What might you want to know? Well, you see, it's about a certain suspicion surrounding you. That's right, I'm talking about suspicions of fraud. What? Don't be ridiculous, that's true to Minneth. Calm down, Derrick. Minneth? You said you were in a special support section, right? Why on earth would you suspect me of being a crook? I can ask for that much, can I? Yes, of course. How interesting. In that case, lay it on me. But before that, don't forget I am an Imperial citizen. In the case you have no clear basis for calling me a crook. In that case, though you are an officer, I'll do whatever I must to obtain restitution. That's fine with me. Lloyd! It's alright, I'll handle this. Based on their investigation results, it's obvious Minneth is committing fraud. We'll expose Minneth's true colors and open Derrick's eyes. Very well, if you are prepared, I'll answer anything you like. So what will we be discussing first? First, your actions in Crossbell. I want to ask you about a contradiction between those and what you just said. A contradiction, you say? Ever since I came to Crossbell, I've been working with Derrick on furthering this plan. The plan to launch that Armorica honey company here in Armorica as a Quincy subsidiary. For confectionery business using this village's quality honey, if you apply my company's know-how, I'm sure it'll be profitable. I've already registered with the city and our business is practically in the process of starting. What's so contradictory about that? Well, about the plan you just mentioned. According to the information we obtained, there's a clear contradictory point. Yes, that contradictory point is... Moving the plan forward. When we checked what you told us against the IBC records, I could see a contradictory point. That plan you mentioned. In actuality, it hasn't progressed at all. Huh? IBC, what do you mean? Think about it. If Quincy Company was intended to further its plans in Crossbell, it would need a loan from the IBC for factory construction and subsidiary development. Yes, of course. For registering the company with the city, I needed a proper corporate account. You just needed the account, isn't that right? The Armorica Honey Company account had the bare minimum balance needed to open an account. Though we didn't learn the exact amount, it was on the level of tens of thousands of Mira. Do you really think you can construct a factory and operate on a business starting with that amount? You looked into my IBC account. Minneth, does this mean... Oh, don't misunderstand, I'm not admitting they have a point. Just think of it as an impoliteness. But there was hardly any money in the account. As an employee, I have to be careful of how I throw money around. I can't take out a loan in the name of the Quincy Company, you see. Of course, I'll be discussing a loan from the IBC once I've secured permission from the main office. Right? A skillful dodge. No, I can sense he's flustered. Let's press the attack and shove more evidence in his face. The look on your face says you have something else to ask. Yes, of course. That's not the only suspicious point about you, Minneth. This late in the game? No, it's fine. I want to put you at ease too, Derrick. I'd like to ask about your profile, Minneth. You call yourself a Quincy employee, but I'm not mistaken about that, right? Wait, what do you mean? You're saying Minneth isn't with the Quincy Company? Yes, that's what we believe. Hitch, what do you think you're saying? In that case, why don't I show you my business card or employee ID card? If you have them, you may have forged them. We found some evidence that trumps either of those. It was in nothing other than the Quincy Company pamphlet. A pamphlet? It was in Ellie's room. We have its main points written down in our detective notebook. It was ordered directly from the Quincy Company main office. There shouldn't be any doubt as to the authenticity of its information. But he could claim it's outdated if she got too long ago, right? And there was a clear difference between the material and what you told us yesterday. What I told you? A point you told us that is contrary to you being an employee, that is. Dislike of sweets. Yesterday you told us this. Although I am an employee, I actually dislike sweet things. Do you deny it? Lloyd, I don't get it. It's true I don't like them, but what about it? A man with dislikes of sweets can't possibly be a confectionery company employee. Is that what you're trying to say? Actually, that's exactly it. What are you on about? You'll bring shame on the whole of the Crossbell police. This was written in the Quincy Company pamphlet. At Quincy, employees themselves sample developmental products and impartially judge whether they are worthy of sale. That's basically what it said. What do you... Ah! He wouldn't be sampling them if he hates sweets. It's unusual for someone like Minneth who dislikes sweets to be employed at Quincy. Am I wrong? That is, you're misremembering. That's not going to work. You just now admitted that you don't like sweets. Ugh! If that's the case, then tell us, why do you pretend to be a Quincy employee? I'll tell you why. It was to gain Derrick's trust for the purpose of defrauding him. Based on the evidence we have, that's the only possibility I can think of. And the confectionery business is making use of Armorica's honey. The Quincy Company name was a convenient one for using the idea to gain Derrick's trust. Next time, get a sidekick who likes sweets. Minneth, what is the meaning of this? As I thought, you tricked me! Heh, Derrick, my friend, you mustn't be deceived by these people. What now? So what if it's true? As for me coming to Armorica and suggesting this honey company plan, if I can see that I had an ulterior motive to come here and deceive Derrick, what exactly are you saying that objective was? If you've no proof of that, you've no right to call me a crook. Proof of objective, that's indeed a problem. You were looking into a lot of land deals, weren't you? Your objective, I actually do have an idea about it. What? Lloyd, are you sure? I have no idea at all. Are you guys even looking at your detective notebook? We have those for a reason. No, I've definitely got this. Just before we came here, a certain someone gave us a certain piece of evidence. Yes, the final clue as to Minneth's objective. What are you mumbling about? Out with it. The true reason you committed fraud in this village, that is. Number 1, seizing land. Your true objective is ownership of the land of Armorica village itself. What? Harold, a trader we know, got some information for us. Minneth, right after you arrived in Crossbell, it seems you were looking into land prices across the state. If you were a Quincy Company employee looking for new business opportunities, that would not be necessary. So why then? There's only one possibility I can think of. It was because your objective is to steal this land. Really? I would never have expected that. And that's not all. Just look all around us. Armorica village is surrounded by nature's beauty. It's a prime location. Suppose you transferred it to a third party for managing villas. How much do you think you would get out of it? There are people who would pay tens of millions for something like this. I don't think the villagers have any idea what they agreed to, but... Yeah, that's exactly why he was able to make this whole scheme work. If we assume your objective was the land itself, it would explain all your actions. You obtained a deed for the vast Lotus farms on the private property. And under the pretext of returning to the main office, you disappear from Crossbell. Then you sell the deeds out through the black market and make a huge sum of Mira. That is your true objective. Ugh. Minneth, no way. Lloyd. That voice. Thank goodness, it seems we made it in time. Derrick, Father, Harold, and Pete, and you, I think you're from that law firm. Ian's assistant, Pete. Normally Grimwood would come, but he had to leave for something related to the Constitution drafting process. Proof, you said. Yes, Mr. Grimwood called it insurance earlier. Please take a look at this, everyone. Pete produced a single photograph and everyone examined it. The man with the air of a traitor and with the same face as Minneth was depicted therein. That man that appears in this photo is... Why? How do you guys even have that photo? Mr. Grimwood got this photo a long time ago from a reporter he knew in the Empire. But the name on the photograph isn't Minneth, it's Littner. So he's the guy who screwed over the Kapuas, that bastard. Littner, I think we heard that name recently. Ah, that's it. It's the name of the man who stole from that Imperial Baron's family land Ian told us about. Dang it, if only the Kapuas were with us for this moment. To see their defrauder getting caught red-handed. Ugh. Oh yeah, that was his name. Yes, I asked Mr. Grimwood about it once again and he said there's no mistake. If that's the case, then it seems pretty interesting. A pretty interesting truth is now revealed to us. A repeat offender. Lloyd, you do the honors. The meaning of this photo, I mean. Yeah, got it. The reason that Littner in the photo and Minneth standing before us have the same face, that is. Seriously, why is this even a question? Same person, duh. Disguised twins. I'm sure that'll get a hilarious answer that'll cost me DP. Minneth and Littner are the same person. That's the only possibility. The modus operandi is the same, so he must be the same person. It's that simple. Mr. Grimwood said as much. Most likely, he's proud of his fraud technique. A crook, that's what you are, Minneth. A charge of fraud is obvious. And on top of that, it's likely you're the same person who committed fraud in the Empire. Now that you've been caught, I don't think it's anything to be proud of, huh? We'd love to hear the details in the police HQ interrogation room. Ugh. You. I did everything perfectly. Is he gonna start turning into that old lady? You whippersnappers! These brats! These meddling kids! Minneth! Well, I wouldn't be so full of myself if I were you. Sorry, but I haven't the slightest intention of being cut over something like this. What? Come, monsters! Wait, what?! Wait, I didn't prepare myself for battle. I may have to reload. What? Still, we can take them. We just need to spam our S-crafts and shit. Monsters, and they look well trained. But they're different from the other ones. They have knives in their mouths. This guy, could he have... Ugh, Derrick! Chief, it's dangerous! Do you have any idea what you're doing? I know exactly what I'm doing. Oh, maybe the Kapuas are gonna bail us out. Maybe we're gonna say, we've been tracking down this Minneth fellow, and then just gun down all the monsters. I know exactly what I'm doing. I never thought I would come to this, though. I never wanted to harm Derrick or the villagers. Ugh. Well, out of my way, please. Are we seriously letting him get away? We're gonna be bailed out by Arios, aren't we? Farewell. I don't think we'll meet again, though. He's getting away with the deeds. Get him. Seriously, we let him get away? Shit, man. Derrick. Ooh. Is there any way to invalidate the deeds? Damn, he got away. Let's go. Maybe the bracers. Someone. Quickly, we have our own car. Let's just chase him down. What kind of shitty ending is this? It seems he got away, huh? Oh, this is so aggravating. To think we couldn't catch a coward like that. Damn it, if he really gets away, Reen, I'm counting on you. Avenge the Kapuas for us. Avenge Derrick. Avenge Armorica. It's all up to you and your 8 leaves style. Thank goodness the villagers weren't harmed. I think that's all we can do for now. Man, I guess we'll have to look forward to capturing him next time. For now, let's meet with the chief and report the details of this incident. Yeah, good idea. Can we at least stop the transfer of ownership? Arg. Reen, step on this car with your giant robot. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. You all saved this village from the demon hand of that crook. Yeah, I guess we did at least invalidate the contracts, but still. Though in the end, the criminal fled. But we reported the matter to Police HQ. It's only a matter of time before he's caught. Derrick? I really got done it this time. I got caught up in this fraud and led us to this point. Don't say that. It's not your fault. No, it's completely my fault. I was so desperate to improve the village that I didn't listen to my father, and you already know the result. I'm unqualified to be the next chief. None of that matters. Father? I've been so rigid in my conservative ways that I didn't even listen to your proposals. Though I'm aware this village will eventually fail at this rate, I've done nothing about it. I bear a large share of responsibility for this incident, no? Chief. Through this incident, I finally realized that. To protect this village, we mustn't rely on a single person's stubborn thoughts. Derrick, from now on, I'd like you to lend me your wisdom. Each of us will contribute to our ideas and we'll discuss them with the villagers. This is how it must be if we're going to protect this village. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, Father. I'll think more about the village from now on. It seems you're able to reconcile. Looks that way. Well, if this is the outcome, and I guess falling for a fraud isn't too bad after all. Wazzy. It's not what you say, but how you say it. No, that was definitely out of line. Anyway, once again, all of you have helped us greatly. I would like to thank you, all of you, once again. I must thank Mr. Grimwood once again as well. I'll convey your message to Mr. Grimwood. I too am glad to have been even a little useful in resolving this incident. I look forward to continuing your work with you in the future, Chief. Same here. Just in case, please be on the lookout for that crook. And if you ever need our help again, don't hesitate to contact us. Yeah, I'll be counting on you then. Thank you so much for all your help. There's no way he's gonna stay in Crossbell. Everyone's gonna know his face at this point. Investigating the suspicious trader. I'm sure they've already sent word to Mains that someone might be trying to swindle them out of land deals. Unless Mains isn't that profitable in the first place, they'll probably never meet him. Thank you very much for your help. Thanks to you, Derrick and the Chief were able to reconcile. I knew it. Consulting with you was the right choice. Mr. Grimwood is busy drafting a constitution and couldn't make it. But it seems it was successfully resolved. That's a relief. I'll convey your message to Mr. Grimwood. It was a mistake from the start to attempt to solve the problems of this village myself. In this case, I made me realize my own judgment is inadequate. Going forward, I'll need to think of this village with my dad. No, with all the citizens. And also, consult a lawyer before going forward with this. Just in case. To protect this village called Armorica. Our objectives were the same, but my son's views and my own were both too narrow. This case must have been a child given to us by the gods to make us realize that. What if you didn't do this quest? Would this village be screwed? Or maybe they would have found out somehow anyways. Maybe the bracers would have been on this case somehow. No matter how many times the branch manager or Copen challenged them, they couldn't win. It felt like we were having a nightmare. So they finally hit a wall in fighting the elites. Why is it that no matter how many times I challenge the Dragon Queen, I can't win? What the hell is wrong with me? And I don't have enough fish for the last guy yet. Damn, how many times has it been already? Triton the Silver Orca, he's a really frightening man. He's not the leader of the Elite Four for nothing. The others are nothing about him. Whoa, that means Selden already beat the 3 of them. Those hit streaks. Can that guy really see beneath the water's surface? Yeah, I'll have the. I have to wait until I can get this one fish from the ancient battlefield. Also, what about the grass here? It's possible someone already took the sample of it. No. I better save and see if I can grab me a sample. I can't. We're just gonna leave this here and let the fishing guild die the next time a cryptid shows up. Well, they usually don't move from their spot, so I guess they'll be fine. Mrs. Imelda is using a communication device installed beneath the counter. That old man, make it a little easier to get through. Mrs. Imelda, what are you doing? Oh, it's you guys. I wanted to ask George about my new doll, and so I was trying to contact him. Old man Georg? Yeah, but ever since earlier, it just won't connect at all. He's probably at the doll studio, but if he's in the middle of working, it'll be a while before he answers. We heard Georg is an old acquaintance of Mrs. Imelda from that request we did earlier. This is a good opportunity. I'll try asking her something about the doll studio. Even so, do y'all need something with me? If you need to deal in antiques, I'm ready anytime, you know? It's not that. We'd like to ask you a little something. Ask about Rosenberg's studio in Georg. What are you guys doing snooping around there? We were just curious. It's fine. Not even I know much about Georg. They say he's an eccentric doll maker who doesn't show his face or speak. I asked him to handle the Arc and Seal set once. I don't know what happened after that. I see. Well, as long as I can profit off his dolls, I'm happy. I don't know about that old man's private life. Yahaha. I see. That's a pretty distant relationship. That could be the very reason why they remain acquainted, but... Well, if this is how it is, I suppose our choice is to visit him directly. Our only choice. You're right. Let's go, everyone. As expected, there's a lot of info on that old man on the net. They say he's an eccentric doll maker, okay. Well, I'm good as long as that doll studio is making a profit. Do I need anything else from here? I don't think so. I think I have enough to last me the entire game. Okay, I need to go to the airport. Yes, the Kapua guy. Too bad we can't tell him about Minneth. Excuse us, are you of Kapua Express? Yeah, that's right. And you are? Crossbell Police Special Support Section. We saw your request and came to ask about it. Oh, you're Lem again, then. Man, thanks. We're in a total bind here. It's a job that's gonna require a tiny bit of time. Will you accept? Yes, please leave it to us. The request was about misdelivered packages or something, right? Yeah, that's right. We fly to all sorts of places across the continent delivering our customers' packages, but this time we made a mistake with some packages we delivered here. It looks like the addresses got switched and we delivered several packages to the wrong addresses. My, that's terrible. I don't think address label mistakes happen that often, but... Well, our president is a scarabrain, you see. This sort of thing has happened many times before. At worst, she affixes letters from her friends instead of the address labels. Your president seems to be careless. Well, I respect her though. She took us in when we had nowhere to go. I'm sorry, I got off track. In short, I want to ask you to re-deliver the packages that were wrongly delivered. After our packages are received in state, they're left with a local shipping company for the rest of the trip because we aren't familiar with the place. I see, I understand the situation. Do you know where the misdelivered packages are? According to what I could confirm, let's see. A package addressed to St. Ursula was delivered to the Derrick Inn in Mainz. Then it seems a package meant for a house on Residential Street in the city went to St. Ursula Hospital. And when you visit those addresses, recover the misdelivered packages and deliver the intended ones. And so, take these. Fragile package. Address slip. This is a package that was supposed to go to Derrick, correct? And this address label was supposed to have been on the hospital's package. Yeah, that's it. First deliver this package to Derrick Inn or whatever it's called. The package intended for St. Ursula Hospital should be there, so take that and... Somehow saying it myself, I don't get it anymore. In any case, it's alright to exchange the packages in order. Yes, exactly. I'm sorry it's a pain, but we're counting on you. Alright, understood. In that case, let's head to Derrick Inn in Mainz right away. Oh man, this one looks pretty tough. Yeah, come to think of it, they almost misplaced Joshua's letter during that one memory door in the third. Hey, if it isn't the police kids from earlier, will you be staying with us today? We came because we wanted to ask you something. Was a strange package delivered here recently? A strange package? Oh, that's right, there was something. Why did something like that come here again? Do you guys know something about it? Bingo. Actually, Lloyd explained about the misdelivered packages. Oh, so that's what happened. So that package was supposed to go to St. Ursula. No wonder there were scalpels and stuff inside. It must have seemed weird for such things to suddenly arrive. I was shocked. Luca was weirded out by them, so I was going to put it out with the trash tomorrow. Just in the nick of time, I guess. Let me give you the package you should have gotten originally. Here. Okay, thanks. Let's see. Those are Erebonian glasses I ordered a while back. I'm sure this one's ours. Well, good then. Then, I was wondering if we could get the misdelivered one from you. It's here somewhere. One moment, please. Here it is. Thanks for taking care of the rest. Thank you very much. Alright, let's head for St. Ursula Hospital next. Let's try asking at the reception desk. The Special Support Section. Welcome to St. Ursula Hospital. What business do you have with us today? We came because we wanted to ask you something. Lloyd asked about the misdelivered package. Oh, so that's what the package was. Thinking a nurse made an ordering mistake, head nurse Marpa made a fuss about it. An order mistake? Yes, I'm told similar things have happened many times before. Right. And is the package at the nurse's station now? Yes, it is. For now, please try going to the second floor. Then that's just what we'll do. I feel sorry for the nurse that got scolded on a false accusation, though. Yeah, let's get going already. Oh yeah, actually I think I remember seeing that nurse before. The one who usually keeps making mistakes. That was awkward. For once, it wasn't her fault. Honestly, girl. Can you stop making mistakes on the purchase orders already? There's something off here. When I compiled the purchase order, Mayfield was strictly watching me. Even so, I messed up the numbers around 20 times, but I feel Mayfield's pain. Has something happened? Oh, it's you all. Well, I asked this girl to order medical supplies for us, but when I looked at the package that arrived, there was this worn-out doll inside. The girl has made ordering mistakes on all sorts of things before too, you know? Oh, please believe me, I swear I did it right this time. Lloyd, don't you think? Yeah, this is proof. What do you mean? Well, you see, Lloyd explained about the misdelivered packages. A misdelivery, so that's what it was. We're currently in the middle of redelivering them. This is the package that was addressed to the hospital, right? Indeed, these are the medical supplies I asked her to order. Thank you for coming all this way to deliver them. And I'm sorry, Sharon. It seems I jumped to conclusions this time. It's okay, please don't worry about it. Oh, that's right, I wonder if they put that in there too. Sharon reached deep inside a bag and groped for something. Huh? Ah, here it is, the Kagemaru strap. Since I was making a purchase, I also ordered this. Ooh, how cute. Sharon, as I thought, I'll have to lecture you later. Excuse me, but could we have the package that was misdelivered? Oh, that's right. One moment, please. Here, this is it. You can have it. Small trunk. Thank you very much. Let's see. According to the sales slip we got from Aaron, the delivery address is a house on Residential Street. Once we deliver this, the request will be officially complete. Residential Street. Chairman McDowell's residence is there too, right? Ellie, do you know this address? Let's see. Oh, isn't this address the vacant house near Congressman Campbell's? That's weird. Oh, the one that was said to be haunted for at least 10 years. Yes, I'm sure that's the one. What's going on then? Could someone have moved in recently? I'm not quite sure. Anyway, let's try to deliver the package. Okay, so the upper right corner, you say. This one? There's no mistake. This is the address. You're not wrong, but... When did someone move in? I don't sense anyone's presence. There must have been some kind of mistake, right? Maybe the sender wrote the district wrong? For this label, the delivery address is written, but the recipient's name isn't. Regardless, we'll never know whose it is if we don't ask. What's wrong, Tio? No. Could it be? Is it open? It was a jar, so I had a feeling. Well, let's ask the resident if this is their package. Right. Huh? We finally enter this building. Oh, there's a card book. Excuse us, is anyone home? No one's here, right? But this is definitely the delivery address. The entrance wasn't locked either. Ladies and gentlemen, who are you? What a unique looking sprite. You must be an enforcer or something. Huh? Someone is. Are you home alone, little lady? We came to deliver a package. Could it be that she's arrived? Come in. It feels like she's not even listening to us. Can we assume this is a package addressed to her? That's strange. I've not heard that a girl like this lives here. Still, it's the fact that we met someone living here. Is it a ghost? What the hell is going on? I don't know, but for now, let's enter. We might be able to question that girl. This is a package we came to deliver. Yay, she's finally come back home. Oopsie daisy. What the? Why does she look just like you? Oh, crap. That doll looks quite worn out. Is this one of those Rosenberg antique dolls? No, it doesn't look quite that expensive. Could it be that this doll is yours? She's not a doll. She's my precious, precious little sister. Good girl. I see. Thank goodness we brought her to you. Yep, thank you. They have different colored brooches, though. Then I'll just take her to my room. What's going on here? This place is really haunted, huh? Can you sense the higher elements? What's going on? It doesn't look like anyone else is here. Tia, what's wrong? Well, I think it's just my imagination, but... Hey, is someone there? This voice is... A guest, perhaps? Her parents aren't home, so shall we answer? Yeah, let's. Imelda. Ah, you're from the antique shop. Oh, it's all of you. What are you doing here? Well, we're here for work, but... Could you have business here? Work? What are you saying? No one's lived here for at least 10 years. I've been using it as my antique shop storeroom for some time now. What's with the puzzled look on your faces? What's going on here? Even if we assume that this is the old lady's property, we did talk to a little girl just before, didn't we? I thought we did. Well, just in case, let's ask that girl from before. Something might be going on. Right. I think she went to the room further inside past the living room. I say, don't ignore me and continue our conversation. What? Where'd that girl? Is she hiding somewhere? Lloyd, look at those! Huh? Don't tell me there's 2 dolls now. Yes, and the little girl shrank to a doll size. Those dolls, one is the one we delivered, but the other one, they're exactly the same, aren't they? You guys, isn't it about time to explain the situation to me as well? Depending on the circumstances, I could sue you for trespassing, you know? I understand. Actually, well, explain that they came to deliver a package and that the girl who came to receive them was identical to one of the dolls. Yeah, now I see. Something like he said really did happen then. What do you mean? I bought one of the dolls over there abroad many years ago. They're said to be made in the image of the daughters of an old noble family somewhere. I heard there were 2 in the set because of the family's twin daughters, but I could only acquire one of them. Her quality isn't bad, but strangely I couldn't find a buyer for her. And what relation does that have with her story? You're awfully slow, aren't you? In summary, both the doll you delivered and the strange girl that appeared. Both of them may have come to life. Huh? There's a guy who's been insisting for a long time that life dwells in dolls. He may be unexpectedly right. Joerg, maybe? Life dwells in... Indeed, I feel like Meister Joerg said that once. Then it was some kind of doll ghost? No way! Well, setting aside whether the story's true, it appears some kind of spiritual field is formed in this mansion. I feel the presence of the higher elements, the same as in the tower and temple. I knew it! They may have caused some kind of spiritual phenomenon. Spiritual? Don't tell me there's pleroma grass growing underneath the floorboards. So that's why something seemed off. I thought everything was a little too unbelievable, but after what Teotot said, I think it's real. It feels unreal, though. We better dig up the floorboards, look for any pleroma grass, and burn it. Yahaha, those are some impressive reactions. Well, in the end, it's just nonsense from a recluse, so it's up to you where to believe it, but... One thing is certain, and that is, now that those doll sisters are together, I might finally find a buyer for them. Yahaha, what an incredible find. What a blunt old lady you are. Well, anyhow, with this, we finished delivering the packages. Let's go report to the Kapua Express guy. Right, let's hurry. Oh, we automatically teleport there, but I have to return for that book. Oh, it seems you've properly delivered the packages to the correct destinations. Man, what a help you've been, really. Thanks a bunch, support section. You're welcome. By the way, that young lady, does she look unwell to you? Mumble, I think we spoke to a spirit. And it looks like she took quite the shock. I understand how she feels. Well, she'll settle down before long. That's how it is, so please don't worry about it. Really? Well, alright. I'll excuse myself then. If something comes up again, we'll be counting on you. Yes, let us know anytime. We'll be looking forward to it. Thank you for your hard work. You're a big help. Well, then I've got to report to the boss. I mean, to the president, that everything ended all right. Hey, was this truck always here? You guys delivered the misdelivered goods for Kapua Express, right? Well, that's a relief. The SSS is always so dependable. Yeah, so he moves here afterwards. Anyways, back to Residential Street. Deep coloring. Car Maniac obtained. Yeah, even so, thank you for your efforts. Because of you, I'll finally be able to find a buyer for these doll sisters. Mrs. Amela, aren't you afraid? If you sold haunted dolls, wouldn't you be cursed or... Yeah, how could I be in a business like mine if I were afraid of ghosts? I'm keeping a few suspicious items in the storeroom besides those, just those, you know. How would you like to touch a ring said to bring misfortune to the one owner after the next? I'll pass. So the spiritual field could have been created by many objects being gathered in one place. And in the end, this old lady's the cause of all this? So it's not Pleroma grass this time? Okay, now we have a secret quest with Nielsen. Nielsen! That voice is Lloyd, isn't it? I'm honored you remember me. It's because I interviewed you before, there's no way I'd forget. Could this person be? Yeah, he's a famous journalist who interviewed Lloyd and the artist before, huh? Yes, his name is Nielsen. Where are you in Mainz again today? Yes, actually, I plan to interview this town's mayor. I'll ask him about this history of septium mining in this town and about changes in the modern day. Because of the question of independence, I want to look once more at state history. I see. How to say this, you're looking into things others wouldn't. Thanks to that, I've been able to take all these detours, though. By the way, I heard you contributed to the capture of those terrorists that attacked the trade conference a while back. That's right. If you like, will you care to join me for another interview? I'm wondering what meaning the terror attacks on the trade conference could have. I think there's something to be learned by talking it over with you all. The meaning of the terror attacks. But that's... Yes, the information on this case is restricted to the state government and police personnel. I think what we'll be able to talk about is limited, but... Of course I understand that. Even so, I still think there's meaning in discussing this. What do you say? Our last interview with him was indeed beneficial. If we have the time, I think we should take him up on it. Understood, we accept your interview. Thank you very much. Then let's begin our discussion immediately. Thank you very much for joining me. The theme of this interview will be the terror attacks that occurred at the trade conference a few days ago. First of all, I'd like to confirm the terrorist groups. You know this, don't you, Lloyd? Terror groups Imperial Liberation Front of Erebonia and Anti-Immigration League of Calvard. Both. Yes, the criminals were the terror groups from both nations. One of them was the Imperial Liberation Front of Erebonia. The other was the Anti-Immigration faction of Calvard, the Anti-Immigration League. Yes, it was surely those two. Regarding their backgrounds and arguments, I will not dare go over them here, but it is the fact that these two, sharing nothing but in common until now, put up a united front. According to rumor, it said a secret organization called Ouroboros was cooperating with them. You already know about that, huh? This guy probably knows a lot of Kiseki lore. The Society of Ouroboros. Come to think of it, the terrorists were using dull weapons at the conference. Nielsen, you know of Ouroboros? Yes, although it's certain they are something of an enigma. But it seems you all are aware of them as well, aren't you? Well, just a little bit. The more we learn about them, the more shady they seem. Anyhow, they may be working towards an objective, but it's a complete mystery to me. It's useless to try to deduce their objective at the present time. I agree with that assessment. Then let's move on to the next topic. The next thing I want to confirm is the position of the major powers on these terror attacks. According to sources, each country secretly employed an outside force. Those forces contributed greatly to the resolution of the incident, but although they knew about the attacks, they intentionally allowed them to go forward. What were both leaders trying to achieve? What do you think, Lloyd? Defeat opposing factions. They're trying to land a blow on opposing factions employing the terrorists. I think both leaders were trying to keep them in check. Chancellor Osborne is trying to hold back noble influence. President Racksmith was trying to restrain rogue elements in his own country. It's as you say. Indeed, that's what they were most likely after. And indeed, voices against those factions have risen in both countries since the incident. I see, so it's become material for political attacks. That may be what you think, Lloyd, but can I ask you what else they might be after? That's... Lloyd. Another big objective. I think it was to gain a real foothold in their advance into Crossbell. Advance to Crossbell. That's easy to understand. Both countries proposed stationing their troops in Crossbell at the trade conference. The terror attack was more proof that Crossbell's security is insufficient, that they needed to get Crossbell to agree to the proposal. Yes, that means the anti-aggression pact had lost its effect. And with the independence proposal, public opinion in those countries is focused on Crossbell. It could be connected to a need to deflect opposition or dissatisfaction within their own countries. Their objective was all of that. One stone, many birds, I guess. It seems you have considered this in detail. Then let's move on to our final point. It's clear this incident was orchestrated by the two countries, but does this mean the two countries have an alliance? Out of the question. No, I think it's out of the question. Both countries' ultimate objective is a singular rule over Crossbell. Yes, exactly right. In the end, this incident was a temporary step. Crossbell holds too much power as a buffer zone. And the incident informs us that both nations have designs to make it their own. It's too blunt. We've got to be ready for when the battle starts. Yes, the intelligence war between the countries will only grow more intense from here on. The increase in activity by crime syndicates and Jaegers may be due to that situation. Due to that, the mysterious accidents of the past may make a reappearance. Mysterious accidents? What do you mean by... No, it seems I said something I shouldn't have. We sorted several things out. I'm glad I asked you all to join me. I thank you for your cooperation. We feel the same, thank you. I feel like we understand the current situation a lot better. I learned a lot. Thank you for saying so. If there's another chance, I would love to speak with you all again like this. I'll be looking forward to it. Okay, that's the misdeliveries, just 4 points, no tricks. 8 points. Gladiator Belt Plus. Strange, even though Nielsen's quest had 3 questions, they only gave me 2 extra points. Thanks for tuning into this Let's Play of The Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.